procrastinate a lot.
Okay.
So like, how do we dig ourselves out of that hole?
No, habit is something that is again a process.
Yeah.
Study says an habit will eventually take around 32 to 40 days to be part of your life. Now, for example, you go to gym, you plan to go to gym, you pay 10,000. You need to follow a strict diet, strict pattern, you have to be on time. So there are so many things. So you go for 1 week. 8th day you take rest. And it takes time for you to get back to gym again. But you do it for 1 month, the 31st day automatically you will run to gym. So that's how it is. So thing is, people are having an unrealistic goal. It has to be a short-term goal, followed by another goal, followed by a long-term goal. But we make a long-term goal. So what becomes is, it becomes so unrealistic and people are not able to make it up. So I would always say take small steps and you have to give time. So time is everything here. Be it anything that you do in life, as I said, it is about time. So give that time. You're procrastinating. Identify why you are procrastinating. So probably you would have set a very, as I say, instead of taking 1 step, you would have tried to make 5 steps at a time.
Yeah.
So try to make it to 2 steps or 1 step. So when you try to make smaller goals or smaller targets, eventually you will elevate your steps. So that is more important. So understanding the progress and self-analyzing where you have gone wrong is very important. That we don't do actually today, including me.
Continuing from the same important thing, time. So academics, extra classes, and our personal interests. We obviously have our personal interests. All of these take up time. They definitely do. So could you give us a few tips on how we could efficiently manage time?
It's about setting priorities. I'll be very honest here. I got to meet a politician a week back, and he said, I have 3 personal assistants. I tell them that I can give 10 hours a day. So to a month, approximately 300 hours. So he has set targets, 30% of time to my party work, 30% of my time to appointments, 10% to my NGOs, remaining percent for family. That is how he has prioritized time. So I wouldn't say that somebody claiming I don't have time is real. It's about setting priorities, because our brain works in a circuit. You get a trigger, you get a pleasure, that becomes an habit. Say for example, you have a fight in your home. So you get to your phone, talk to your friend, or start scrolling Instagram. I'll tell you, the moment you take your phone and go out, I bet you would have spent 30 to 45 minutes in Instagram without knowing you have spent so much of time.
Yeah.
So what happens? That eventually goes. So you have wasted 45 minutes of time already and you claim that you don't have time. So it's about setting priorities. So as I said, everybody has to involve in sport today, because with the kind of diet, with the kind of environment that we are into, there are so many risk factors that we are actually living with. So it's very important we prioritize physical dietary patterns. So it's about prioritizing. So from 8 o'clock I wake up, 10 o'clock I sleep. So how I divide my time, that is very important. So you have to plan, you have to see how many hours you can spend in a day and prioritize. So we do it to people, but we don't do it to ourselves. That's where everything goes wrong.
Yeah. So obviously, choosing the right career is very important to us. Otherwise, again, we get disappointed and we let go of ourselves. So when we choose a career, we have 2 options. We either support something, like we choose something that supports our family, or we choose a career which supports our passion. And in today's world, I don't think there are many careers which have both. So what do you think we can do in that situation, sir?
Okay. Firstly, not many today go by their passion. They go by their peer. Say for example, you are into your biology group, you actually do not want to do medicine, but majority of your classmates are into NEET. Eventually you enroll yourself in a coaching institute. So because since I am also into counseling, many parents come and say, my ward's friend has gone to Institute X, Institute Y, should I prefer X or Y? I told, ask your candidate's preference. Then, okay, let me do that. So they don't do that in first hand. So, and somebody wants to do something out of box, they have no clue of how they will survive in that. See, I would say when you are passionate, you are determined to do something, you will eventually succeed. People ask me, how come did you manage to do your MBBS and your foundation? Because I started this in my 3rd year. I told I'm committed to both. So I'll eventually do. So that passion and determination is what everybody needs. So I wouldn't say, see, when a course exists, say for example, you have so much in AA, people say AA gets saturated. But every now and then you get some innovation in AA. So every day you have an entrepreneur coming up with a new idea with AA. You have biomedical engineering blooming. Agriculture along with technology is blooming. So you will have any number of career opportunities opening up in any field that you choose. So it's about how you create an opportunity, how you are passionate and determined in what you wanted to do. So do not go by this myth of saying you're jobless, global market is very low. Today global market might be low, but eventually, over a period of time things might change. So yeah, you have to be that audacious to take that chance is what I would say.
So for the final question of the day, so what you're doing is really noble, sir. So just as in all professions, you would have faced a lot of problems in your profession too. So what were those problems and how did you tackle those problems to reach here?
Okay, I don't want to probably blame anybody, but what I would say is, see, I will always do this self-analysis. Thing is, today people get influenced by somebody's thoughts. So for example, today I talk, people see my podcast and, oh wow, okay, let me do this. But that will not fit for them. So it's about getting influenced by what others say. I never do that. I listen to them, but I don't imbibe them. So there is a difference between listening to someone and imbibing their values. So that demarcation or boundary you have to set at first place. So you have to analyze what you are capable of, what's your potential, what you can, what you cannot do. So something that I can do, maybe you cannot do, and vice versa. So that demarcation and not getting influenced by anybody, that we have to actually do. So thing is, today world has been projected as if like everybody are dependent on each other. That dependency eventually comes with peer pressure, societal pressure, as I all started with the stigma. Yeah. So that is being set in society today, but I would say that's not actually when you come to real world. So you have to balance everything, convince everything. So that involves lots of maturity and resilience. So over a period of time, always I used to say, when you fall because of something, success and failure, I see it in a different perspective. One who grows up or comes out of failure is a successful person. One who stands at the same place in the same place, it's a failure. That's it. Nobody has got that extra power or nobody is wizard for success, right? So just analyze, move on and prioritize your own self over others is what I wanted to say. So that's it.
So that sums up the first episode of our podcast. It was a great pleasure having you with us.
Thank you so
Your
much.
insights were invaluable. And we look forward to having more such enlightening conversations in our future episodes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.